What's going on, YouTube? I'm back, and for this video I just wanted to share with you guys some of my thought process when I'm playing Zarya on King's Row. Now, if you guys didn't know, King's Row is basically made for Zarya, and if you guys think you can play Zarya, or you know how to play Zarya, or you're really good at Zarya, I do recommend just always insta-locking Zarya on this map. She's the best hero in the game on this map, bar none. It really, if you have two balanced teams, it's going to come down to whoever has the better Zarya at the end of the day. That's just how this map works, and for me, I'm pretty good at Zarya, so this is definitely probably my favorite map to play Zarya on. And I recommend you guys do the same, and because this map has no high ground, really, it has some high ground, but not too much. Even the streets phase in this map is basically all pretty much on an even plane. Which makes Zarya really, really strong. Because of this skinny corridor, because there's so much spam, you're going to end up getting a lot of free ult charge. And what I mean by ult charge is you're going to get a lot of energy. And energy directly translates or correlates with how much ult charge you get per minute, per second, however you want to see it. Now, it's no secret in Overwatch, the more damage you do, the more ultimate charge you're going to get. When Zarya is 100 charge like I am in this video, you can see it's probably the highest damage output in the game, probably second to like a Reaper, maybe a Bastion, but put it in combination with her mid-range damage, long-range damage, she's easily the best hero in the game when at 100 charge, and you can see if I can maintain this 100 charge and focus on building my grabs really, really fast, if I can build my grabs faster than the other team Zarya, we're probably going to end up winning most of the team fights, or at the very least, we're going to win one more than they win every time. Because if I can build a grav and make the grav count, that's a very important piece to this. Now, if you can see, I don't want to die here with grav. I don't want to die here with my high charge. So I play very conservatively at first. You can see this Genji overextends, and I'm able to just delete him because of the charge I was able to maintain by staying alive through that entire last team fight and then surviving and coming out the other side. Now here's the value of staying alive. You see, because I'm able to stay alive with my charge and I'm charging my ultimate the whole time by doing poke damage, I beat the enemy Zarya to another Graviton, which gives my team a huge advantage in this matchup. As you can see, as I said earlier, these games are going to come down to whichever Zarya is able to carry the most, and right now I'm winning that matchup by one Graviton. And all it takes is one good grav to win one team fights. You win one more team fight than the other team, you'll probably win the game. As you can see here, I'm using these lob shots because if I can connect with more than one target at a time, it's going to give me a crazy amount of ultimate charge. Watch my ultimate go up with these right clicks. If they hit more than one target, just watch how it goes up here. Just watch. Fighting this Junkrat here. Watching the flank. See, you can't really flank 100 charge Zarya either, especially a hero like Genji. He can't really flank against me because my bubble protects me from anything he's able to do. He can't really do anything. So I'm always keeping an eye on him where he is. And now, like I was saying with the right clicks, just watch how much ultimate charge I'm able to gain here just off these right clicks alone. 85, 86, 87, 88, 95. And just like that, I have Graviton again. And that's because I stay alive through all of the team fights and I keep my energy high. And as you guys can see, I never stop spamming my right clicks, trying to build that ultimate charge throughout the entire match. And I'm about to get another grav before the enemy Zarya gets another one. So now I'm winning my matchup by 2. I have 2 gravs since the last time that player has used one. And as you can see, these Gravitons are deciding the team fights. Not to reiterate myself too much, but as you can see, the importance of Zarya on this map. Now, think if the other team didn't have a Zarya, this game would just be over, because really, the only hero that the other team could select to possibly counter me on Zarya is another Zarya. It's just because of the way this map is designed. It just puts all of her strength on display, no pun intended. And here I go again with these right clicks here, trying to build my ultimate once again. Right clicks, spamming, trying to hit multiple targets with single bombs. As you can see, watch the right clicks and watch the ultimate charge. 57 off one right click right there. Another right click. 58. 63. 78. 82. As you can see, right here in my mind, I'm not even really thinking about getting kills. I'm just thinking about getting these grabs. That's it. That's the only thing I'm worried about. As you can see, I constantly spam those. And now the enemy Zarya just grabbed behind me. We use trans here, and honestly, their Genji used Dragon Blade and he died. But since I lost my Zenyatta in the team fight, and then I ended up losing my Reinhardt right there, I actually decided not to grab here. And as you can see, my idea here is, I'm thinking, they have to push the payload, they have to capture it, right? So they can't really send anyone back here to kill me, because if they do send someone back here to kill me, I have my bubble and I'm almost max charge. So they won't be able to send one person. So if I can distract the enemy team for long enough, it should give my team an advantage on the payload. Now, normally it's really bad to do this, and I will be honest with you, that probably wasn't the smartest thing I could have done. Staggering myself like that does not help my team out. But I deleted the part of the video where I was watching what my teammates were doing, and they actually ended up losing the payload battle when I was 2v1ing them down there. But if my team maybe didn't get outplayed there, it would have been a smart play, because it would have been worth it, because we would have won the team fight. Now, as you can see, I am the better Zarya of the two Zaryas in this game, and they were able to push it the whole way. But as you can see, I put up such a huge fight, and think about how annoying it was to play against me for that entire offense for the other team. I died, I think, 2 times or 1 time throughout the entire thing, and I was max charged the whole time. If you're going to be a good tank player in Overwatch, it's super, super important that you guys are always putting tremendous amounts of pressure on the front line. As you can see, I'm always trying to focus down the other Zarya, because she's 100 charge now. I'm almost 100 charge. And if I'm not on the battlefield, and she's on the battlefield and she has 100 charge, and vice versa, her team's going to win the team fight no matter what, assuming that she executes everything correctly. But say, for example, both teams do the exact same thing and they both play perfectly, the team with the 100 charge Zarya is going to win the fight because of her damage output, frontline pressure, survivability with her bubbles and her friendly bubbles. It's just such a huge advantage. Now, I'm 0 charge again, so one thing I like to do is try and talk to my teammates, try and get one of them to peek the Junkrat, try and take some damage for me. You see, if you do play against the Zarya, one of the worst things you can do is what this enemy team is doing to me. Giving me this free charge makes these right clicks devastating, makes these right clicks give me a ton of ultimate charge. It's very, very simple. This map is very, very simple. And Zarya is a very simple hero, so I don't see any reason why you guys can't at least emulate the same strategy that I'm employing in this video, and the same strategy that you guys have seen me employ so many times. Once again, I'm going to get Graph before the other Zarya, or I think we get it at the same time here. Yes, we did. Now, think about that. Think about if she didn't have the Graviton, or I didn't have my Graviton. My team would have lost a team fight if I didn't have my Grav there.
And they use Grav and they use Trans.
Maybe, maybe not, but most likely. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but if you do play Zarya on this map, it is your job to carry. You should be able to carry. You should be able to do everything. DPS, frontline pressure, winning team fights, like everything. You should be able to do everything with this hero on this map. Now, if you look up at the kill feed right now, as you can see, my team is winning this fight, and the enemy Zarya is dead. Now, if you guys remember correctly, when they were on this section of the points, and they were pushing, I already had another Grav. So it kind of comes full circle now, because if they had a Grav like I did on the last point right now, they could probably make a really strong attempt to hold it here. But I think I end up getting Graviton first, using these right clicks once again. Constant spam, constantly looking to charge my ultimate. I'm not even thinking about getting picks here. I'm not even thinking about getting kills. There's one thing on my mind right now, and it's charging this ultimate. with these 100 charge devastating right clicks. Now see, I died there, and I left the enemy Zarya at really high charge, which means I have my work cut out for me now. Now, sometimes the approach I like to take when I know the enemy Zarya has an advantage over me is I will just accept the fact that we're probably going to lose the next team fight, which will lead me to play more conservatively on my Zarya, assuming the enemy Zarya is going to grab us and we're going to lose. I might be able to avoid her graviton altogether and then retreat back to my spawn with my charge, like I'm attempting to do here. Now, I know that she didn't use her graviton, or I don't even know if she has a graviton yet. But as you can see, I was anticipating her using her grav, and I was willing to let my team lose a team fight there to maintain my high charge, to engage her on the next push, and then use my graviton. You always want to be thinking the long game in these one-on-one matchups with the enemy Zarya. It's the main thing you want to focus on the other team is the enemy Zarya. For this reason, and this reason alone, I end up dying to fucking Junkrat's hire here. Yeah. But you can see where that was headed. If that Junkrat didn't do that, I was about to grab them and we were about to win the team fight. Isn't Junkrat just a pleasure to play against? Now, look at these right clicks. Watch this. 5%, 9%, 11%, 13%. I don't know how many more gravitons I have than the enemy Zarya, but as you can see, it's deciding the game. It's been a pretty even matchup for the most part. Other than our gravitons, you can see the fights have been decided basically only by our grabs. They grab, we lose, I grab, we win. It's how this map works, and if you guys want free ELO, learn to play Zarya and lock Zarya every single time you play on this map.
Appreciate it, Velocity. Thanks.
No, play forward.
And just to end this video off with one more helpful tip for you guys, I just like to reiterate how important it is as a Zarya player, or as any tank player in this whole game for that matter, the importance of being aggressive. Now, I'm aggressive almost to a fault, and that's exactly where you want to be. You know, when you are pushing in, when you should be taking risks, you should be nervous. You know, you should be asking yourself, oh shit, like I could be dying right here, like, because that's what it takes to win in video games. The person who is more aggressive, even if they're the lesser player, are probably going to win because they get to decide the engagement. And then there's obviously a psychological factor that plays into that. But then there's also a very logical factor that plays into that. The person that is more aggressive gets to choose where and when the engagements happen, leaving the other person to react. Instead of being proactive, they're being reactive, which immediately sets you up for failure. So you guys want to be aggressive, and if you guys notice how much I'm focusing down the other Zarya, now I'm pretty sure you can really see it on display here on this push, how much I'm focusing the enemy Reinhardt shield and how much I'm focusing the other Zarya. It's up to my team to do everything else other than those two jobs. So that's the only thing I'm really focusing on. I'm not saying you should tunnel vision on any job in this game, but it's really important just to play your role in the beginning and see what's working, see what's not working. Maybe if something's not working, you can kind of switch it up a bit, make adjustments. But starting from ground zero, my job is to focus the front line and to focus down the enemy Zarya. And obviously hit these right clicks to charge my ultimate. Because I was so aggressive and because I was so in the enemy team's face, they had to back up that whole time, and they just had to keep falling back. And once they fall back, and once they allow me to regain my bubbles, it's pretty much GG for them. So moral of the story, be aggressive, build your ultimate really fast. It's your main focus. Keep your charge up, don't die with your high charge, and you will win at least 70% of your matches on this map. If you are the Alpha Zarya, you will win this match. You will win this map, I mean to say, more often than not, I guarantee you. Thank you guys so much for watching.